Hello. Welcome back to my channel. I am Monet and you are watching Life is Monet. So today I'm going to do a video that I've been thinking about doing for a while, and I don't know why I haven't gotten to it, but I have a head full of ideas and a very limited amount of time to execute them, and I am using today to execute one of these ideas. I posted a video a little over a year ago, almost. It has to be close to 2 years ago now, of books that I wanted to get to, like books I just could not wait to get to. And as we know in the book community, we are all usually very excited for some books, and we say that we're gonna read them, and we don't always get around to it. And so today we're gonna test my accountability and see how good I am at getting to books that I say that I am excited to read. Now, full disclosure, I have the memory of a goldfish, maybe even a golden retriever. I cannot remember what I wore yesterday, okay? So I have no idea what books were mentioned in this video. I'm hoping one of two things. One, either LifeAsMonae was very good about tackling her TBR and has really put a dent in this list of books that she wanted to read, or two, she has taste, and maybe even though she hasn't read the books that she said she was excited to read, me, present Monet, can go ahead and finish this TBR for her. But if she doesn't have taste, then this video will just be me lying to myself about books I'm probably never gonna read. This video went live in July of 2020, so it is literally just short of 2 years. That wig, we have seen great days together. Many a slays. Oh my God, I have one bookshelf and like one little candle, and now I have so many more books. This is what BookTube does to like your money spending, because it used to just be this cute little thing in my bedroom, and now it is, I have too many books. I have way too many books, but very proud of LifeAsMonae's makeup, even though it was just 2 years ago. I'm living for it. In this video, we're going to be talking about some of the book series that I've heard about and come across recently that sound really interesting and that I think I really want to read. First book series up on my list is going to be Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I did read Throne of Glass. I did read that book. I gave it 2 stars. I read the second one. I don't remember the name of it because I DNF'd it because it was not good. I was never really enticed by book 1. And I was hoping that it was gonna get like better. But when I entered into book 2, it got worse. And so, because there were so many books in the series, I was just like, YA? Do I want to sacrifice this much for YA? Do I want to suffer this long for YA? No. So while I did read that book, I DNF'd the series. The next book series that I want to hop into, you guys have seen in my birthday book haul, and that is going to be the City of Brass series. Okay. City of Brass is like my Achilles heel. I don't know what it is about this freaking book. I was excited to read it. I started reading it as a buddy read with Jenny from This Story Ain't Over. And for some reason, life was hectic for both of us, and we paused our buddy read and we never went back to it. And I stopped 150 pages into the book, and I just have not picked it back up. I have put it on so many TBRs, like at least 2 TBRs it was on, that books I need to finish, and I still have not gotten around to it. So I have been on page 150 of this book for like a year. But I am still interested in reading it, and at least we're consistent. It's still on my list of priorities to read. I just don't know what it is about this book that is making it so hard for me to just finish. The next book series that I want to read, I actually didn't retain a lot of information about the synopsis because my brain is full of other pointless information, but I want to read the Truly Devious series. I did read Truly Devious. I did read it, and I own 3 of them. I own the blue one, I don't know the name of it, the red one, and the green one. You know what I'm talking about. But I did read Truly Devious. I'm feeling very confident I'm feeling very confident right now. Did I like it? I don't think that, like, I enjoyed it when I was reading it, but after I finished book 1, I was not enticed to like immediately go into book 2. So, will I finish the series? Yes, because I own them. I didn't dislike them, but it was nothing there to like keep me like, oh my god, I need to read the next one right away. So, success. Next book series that I want to get into was actually supposed to be like a trilogy, I think, but it just got extended to like 6 or 7 books, and that's going to be the Bone season. I have not read the Bone season. And you can literally see book 2, the sequel after the Bone season right here. I have not read the Bone season. And my interest is, I'm still interested in reading it. It's just rather mild. Like, I'm no longer excited about reading it, but I still plan to read it. And I feel like I need to like put that as a prompt in my prompt jar, because when it comes up, like if I pull it as a prompt for one of my monthly TBRs, then I know that I would read it. And that might encourage me to remember to read it, because I have forgotten about that book. The next book series that I have is going to be the Infernal Devices. I did not read the Infernal Devices, and I will not be reading the Infernal Devices. That, if I think I owned book 1, and I got it for really, really cheap, like $2 or maybe for free. But I have since unhauled it. I have zero interest in reading anything from like the Shadowhunter world. I read Chain of Gold, but I had no interest in reading Chain of Iron. And I really, like, the interest is like -34. I think that if I'm ever going to read another Cassie Clare book, she would have to write something entirely new, which I don't know what the likelihood of that is. Like, what are the chances that she would write something entirely different? She'd have to do like a little Holly Black situation and just Book of Night. Like, I need something completely new, because I have no interest in reading the Shadowhunters. So that will be removed from, yeah, that's not happening. Sorry. People who weren't in love with Strange the Dreamer, they had read Daughter of Smoke and Bone, which is the... I did read Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I read the entire trilogy, not this Christmas that just passed, but the Christmas before. So literally in the same year. Was it the same year? Of 2020. Yes, I read the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy during the holiday season of 2020, and I had a fantastic time. I was in a reading slump. I was like, what, 6 to 7 months pregnant. I was grumpy all the time, and those books brought me so much joy. Like, I loved reading them. They're definitely a favorite of mine. Did they replace Strange the Dreamer? No. I think that I loved them equally for different reasons. Like, I can't put one over the other. It's more of like a unilateral, like horizontal admiration for them, because they both mean so much to me. Like, Laini Taylor is a fantastic writer, and the stories that she tells are like wholly original and like utterly enticing, and I love them. But for some reason, on top of like all of the wonderful things that comes with reading her books, the times in which I read them is always perfect. Whenever I open one of her books, it is always like exactly what I need to read in that moment. And so while I love the books, I also love the experience that I had reading them, and they will be precious to me for both reasons. And I'm so glad that I ended up picking up that trilogy, because I loved it. I loved it. So the next series that I have 2 more series. The next series that I have is going to be an Ember in the Ashes. I did read an Ember in the Ashes last year. I read all 4 books, and I had a decent time. I really enjoyed it. Now, I was only there for Helene, and I read them. I don't think I was active on the BookToNet. Like, when I read them, I don't think that I was making content. I was on like a hiatus on my channel, but I also wasn't on Instagram or Twitter. And so I did not know, I wasn't necessarily fully aware of other people's opinions about the series. And so when I read them, I loved them for a list of reasons. And when I came back to the book world and like was talking to my friends, and like when other people would compare what they loved about the series, it never lined up with mine. And I was just like, those are actually the things that I didn't like about the series. I didn't like Laya. I didn't like, what's his name? Matthias? Was that his name? I'm not even sure. Like, I was only there for Helene. Like, what romance? Like, I will never understand what romance there was in an Ember in the Ashes. Point it out to me. Point it out to me. Because I didn't see it. The characters, like our heroes, they were rather weak to me. Yeah, no. So I did enjoy it for Helene and only Helene, and everything else kind of sucked. The last book series that I have was also in my books I've never read. And you guys were like, you gotta read Brandon Sanderson because his writing is just there, and you guys know my taste, and you know the books that I like to read, high, dense fantasy with amazing writing. And I was told that I need to jump into Brandon Sanderson. So I bought the Mistborn box set, and it's sitting here all pretty, and it'll be read at some point or another. I know that like 60% of the people watching this video are laughing. And I hope that you're getting a good little cackle out of that. I hope that you're getting a good little cackle out of that. I don't find it that funny. So, while you guys are laughing away, I did read book 1 of Mistborn. I did not like it. I did read 2 other books by Brandon Sanderson. I did not like those. So, that was a success in terms of reading a book that I said I wanted to read, but a failure because I only wanted to read that book because I thought I was gonna like it, and like everybody said that his writing was amazing, and it didn't work out like that for me. So I DNF'd that series as well, and I won't be going back to read that. So overall, I feel like I did pretty good besides the Bone season. I definitely need to put that in my prompt jar so that I can read that book. But the other books, I did a really good job of reading, or my interest has completely dwindled and I won't be finishing those at all. So I have this app on my phone, and it is my entire inventory of physical books that I own. And when I see the number of books I own, and like on the app, it's divided between books that I've read and books that I have unread. And I'm always reading. I never feel like that number is going down. Like, I have all these books that I say I'm excited to get to. Do I even get to them? Do I? But I guess the answer is yes, I do. I feel pretty good. So this was very fun. I might have to do another reaction video just to watch the progression on my channel because, yeah. Thanks for watching. If you guys have made it to the end of this video and you're done laughing at that Sanderson failure, leave me a yellow heart in the comment section, and I will see you guys next time.